Hello and welcome to the weather update. It's 8:30, August 27th, and it is an extremely oppressive, sultry evening out there. I mean, I just walked just from the train station, and I just feel I just covered in sweat. I just horrible, horrible. You got home, you got to take another shower again. That's just one of those days. You see some showers and thunderstorms that did develop. All they did was make the humidity worse. It's still very oppressive out there. Let's look at the radar right now, and you'll see they do have some showers and thunderstorms over Pennsylvania, a few in upstate New York. All we had was rain. There was some showers and thunderstorms, actually, and I have a video of what I saw today that'll be up later, but there was some showers and thunderstorms over New York City. If we look at rewind the Ventus sky here, we'll use the Ventus sky radar. I can rewind this. We can rewind this to like 5 o'clock. And you can see there was some showers and thunderstorms over New York City there. And it looks like north of Manhattan. And there were like a bunch of scattered cells that were producing some heavy rain. And the skies got dark here, and it looked like we were going to get something. But then it just turned out to be a big blob of rain. That's what wound up happening. So it didn't really help things that much. And it's just really humid out there right now. Really oppressive. Looking at some of these current conditions out there, we're going to go ahead and look at them right now. 80 degrees with a dew point of 72 at Farmingdale. You can see these dew points way up into the 70s all day today. And, of course, it hit 93. No sea breeze at all. We'll go over the highs today, but no sea breeze. This is what it looked like at Farmingdale. A similar deal pretty much everywhere. Just really oppressive, very humid out there. Sultry conditions. Let's go to the map now, and you'll see what I mean when we look at some of these current conditions here. 2.69 in Carl Place. No, it doesn't feel like that here in Mineola. Feels more like 78 with a dew point of 74. Just very humid. It's possible that their humidity meter is malfunctioning. We've had issues with that station. We'll have to look at some. You see, this is a little more like what it's like here in Levittown. 77 with a dew point of 75. Dew point still in the mid-70s. No wind at all whatsoever. Very uncomfortable out there. And no sea breeze. So just really oppressive. We do have a backdoor front that is approaching. And if we pull this out, maybe we could start. Where is the backdoor front? Let's see if we can find it. I see dew points in the 70s all the way up into New England, to Rhode Island. So where is this backdoor front coming from? You have to go. This is all dew points in the 70s. I don't know where this backdoor front is even coming from at this point. So it's possible we may not get this backdoor front through at all, but you'll see here just really oppressive conditions. Let's look at what the high temperatures were today across the area. And it was pretty damn hot. 95 in Carl Place, 93 for a high in Farmingdale, 93 in Islip, 91 in Shirley, 90 in West Hampton, even on the South Shore, even 90 at Jones Beach. No sea breeze today. No one had a sea breeze today. 93 at LaGuardia, 92 at JFK, 91 at Central Park. So you see, everybody pretty much got into the 90s today. Today was brutal. Let's see what it was like in Jersey. Probably just as hot. It was just like being in Jersey today. 93 downtown Toms River, 94 Lakehurst. Just really oppressive conditions. And if you look at some of these, 81 with a dew point of 71 there at Lakehurst right now. Horrible. So let's go look at the precipitation and see how much rain fell in these storms that hit the city, around the city. We'll see, because some of them died. There were some flash flood warnings out for some of them. So let's see. We'll go to start this at 3. Yep, some areas got a decent amount of rain. Look at that, and you can see there was a flash flood warning in effect for, looks like parts of Middlesex County. I see a 2.05 reading in Sayreville, so it's not too far from Helmetta, that area that was hit very hard already. So yeah, you can see flash flood warnings in effect. So you can see that's where one heavy cell hit, and then another one hit around northern Queens. It looks like LaGuardia Airport got 1.34 inches, and then a 1.69 in Passaic in New Jersey. So you could see, it got over an inch where these storms hit. But for us, we didn't really get all that much rain. It was light rain, but it was enough to just make it feel absolutely miserable out there with the humidity. That's really the story. And I don't know, this station here in Carl Place, well, we'll go over that station later. I want to go to the Lakehurst station and look again at see how because it had to be really super oppressive in Jersey today with the dew points. Let's see. Oh, yeah, look at that. Look at 11 a.m. The dew points got up to 76. That is insane. So there was a thunderstorm nearby that brought some relief in the afternoon. We didn't even get that. Unbelievable. Let's go look at some of the conditions at Islip and look at JFK as well. Look at this. Look at Islip. 81. It's 81 degrees with a dew point of 77 at Islip. 81 with a dew point of 77. That's really unbelievable. That is really unbelievable. Just wanted to do something for a second there. So 81 with a dew point of 77 there. I want to capture that. That might be the thumbnail. But there you go. 81 with a dew point of 77. 80 with a dew point of 78 at Blue Point. So no relief even on the South Shore. It's just oppressive conditions. So let's go look at the 3-day history here at history for the day at Islip, and you'll see just an oppressive day. The humidity is just really high. Dew point 76, 75. Just stifling humidity. The humidity is just unbelievable. Really unbelievable humidity today. Really unbelievable. And if we look at the Weather Service, let's see if there are any record statements here for records being broken. But quite a stretch of hot weather, that's for sure. I think Islip tied the record yesterday, but yeah, 94 is quite hot. I don't see any mention of a record report here. We'd have to go into the local past weather and see. I guess they didn't break any records today. But if they did, maybe they would have said it. Who knows? Or maybe not. You know, and I got to go and I got to look for it myself, I guess. So we've got a lot to talk about. So, I see they changed the look of this. Daily data for a month. I need the daily data. Islip area. They changed this now. All right, let's see what happens here. All right, so this gives me the whole month, I guess, at a glance. So let's see what we got here. That's July. Why did you have to change this? Well, I'm sorry. I don't know if there is a record at Islip. I'm sorry. I can't bring it to you. I got a whole bunch of other stuff I got to go through. All right, so sorry. Let me go through one of the map here. See what it's. Come on, load. So let's take a look and see what the conditions are in Carl Place. I think there's something wrong with their dew point thing. I really do. They're reading a dew point of 69. This station isn't reading a dew point at all. Let's see Williston Point. We're going to look at Williston Park because their dew points. You can see that dew point is 75. In fact, let's just put dew point on the screen because to show you how ridiculously humid it is out here. I mean, dew points in the mid-70s all day. This is just unbelievably humid all day long. All day long with this humidity. Really, today was, I think, the most uncomfortable day we've had so far this summer. It was that bad. Let's take a look at North Patchogue and see, it's still 80 degrees, dew point 76. So that's what you're dealing with tonight. It's just unbelievably, and there's no wind at all. It's one thing if there was some wind there, right? But there's not even any wind. It's like you're walking around in someone's armpit, basically. So you can see, looking at his temperatures here, low 90s. Dew point steady in the mid to upper 70s. Just unbelievable amounts of humidity today. Unbelievable amounts of humidity. I was going to look at JFK's observations, so let me do that. Let's see what they had there. Their humidity. You can see dew points in the 70s too. So just dew points in the 70s everywhere. Horrible. Horrible. I'm just cooling down, so I'm a little cranky. I do apologize. But the humidity is just unbelievably bad tonight. But let's shift gears and talk about the tropics, because we have a ton of stuff going on. We're going to first start off with Ida, all right? And, yeah, Ida is already stronger than modeled. It's already a hurricane. Now, we weren't expecting to be a hurricane just yet, but it's already a hurricane. So here's a Hurricane Ida update. 8 p.m. from the Hurricane Center. Ida inland over Pinar del Rio, Cuba. Forecast to strengthen rapidly this weekend. Summary as of 8 p.m. Location 22.4 north, 83.5 west, about 90 miles southwest of Havana, Cuba. Maximum sustained winds 80 miles an hour. Moving northwest at 15 miles an hour. Minimum surface pressure 985 millibars to 9.09 inches. And the hurricane warnings are already up for the Louisiana Gulf Coast. We're going to get to that. This could be a major disaster. This could be a repeat of Katrina, maybe worse. And you can see hurricane force winds extend outward up to 25 miles from the center. Tropical storm force winds extend outward up to 90 miles from the center. And wind gust to 46 has recently reported on Cayo Largo, Cuba. So if we go to the map here, warning cone, you can see warnings have already, we got hurricane warnings in for the west part of Cuba, hurricane warnings in effect for much of the Louisiana coastline, including New Orleans, and it looks like it's going to take a track similar to Katrina, and the irony is it's going to be on the exact same day that Katrina hit. So that is the irony of it. Very weird, creepy kind of thing, but and that's not the only system we got to watch. We got to watch this one here, which now has a tropical wave here east of the, and this one here, if we look at the map here, you'll see here, this one is west of the, it's west of the island, east of the islands here, east of the island chains. That one's gonna, and then they have this one too. So we have two other systems to watch in addition to Hurricane Ida. Oh, so our plate at the tropics is quite full. Let's go to tropical tidbits right now and get some images. In fact, we can actually look at Ida on here too. We can go to storms, and this will show Ida right here. So it'll show this satellite here of Ida, and look at that, real healthy storm. That's very flat. I think that area, Cuba, it's not really going to do that much to the storm at all, and it's just going to keep strengthening. And once it hits out, once it gets out over the, look at that explosive convection there. This is a very healthy hurricane. This is going to be definitely one of the worst hurricanes to impact the United States. I could see that right away already. And that's what I mean when I say we've got a lot to talk about, because we have a lot to talk about. Let's go tropical tidbits here and get the infrared satellite image of Ida. This is the other, and look at that. You can see in that last frame there, look at that. Boom! Look at that explosive convection there. That is a storm that is rapidly strengthening right there. Look at that. Wow. That is definitely something to see. Wow. That is unbelievable. So there you go. This is an explosive type of storm that we are seeing here. Explosive intensification. And we're going to look at the tracking models here. And this is, again, they all seem to cluster around a landfall somewhere in Louisiana. And then the remnants, we may see the remnants affect our area later on next week, perhaps. But that is serious situation. If we were to look at the impact, you could see, look at this. This thing is going to go up to a Cat 4, maybe even a Category 5, since being that the models already underestimated this storm. And then we have the other storms, the other invests. This thing, which I guess this is the one that's out in the middle of the Atlantic. Doesn't look all that impressive, but the other one, the other invest, whoops, the other invest, 98L, I believe. This one's a little more impressive. Right now, these seem to track, and they seem to stay in the ocean. If you look at the models for both of these, the tracking models here, you see they kind of just stay out in the ocean. 98L and 97L. It's the GFS ensembles. You can see, it just stays out in the ocean. All right. That's 98L. That's the stronger one, and then there's 97L. Fortunately, both 98 and 97L will not be a threat to land. They're going to be staying out in the sea. Thank God. But Ida, on the other hand, will impact land, and this is going to be a very dangerous situation. And we are going to focus on, before we get to our weather, we're going to focus on Ida. We're going to go to the Gulf of Mexico and look at some of these models here. Southeast U.S., we'll use this one. This is the GFS, all right? And you can see here, Ida would once it gets out of the Gulf, it's going to just rapidly deepen. And GFS brings it just in. This kind of track would, if Katrina didn't finish New Orleans off, this will finish. Ida will finish New Orleans. New Orleans will be wiped off the map. All right, bottom line with this kind of storm here. wiped off the map. And this is Landfall Sunday. So just a couple of days from now, it's going to be making a landfall in Louisiana, and it's going to be bringing tremendous, not only a lot of rain, a lot of wind, and the flooding, and the wind is going to be a serious problem. And even once it gets inland, it's going to cause a lot of rain. All right. If we look at the wind profile here, you can see that wind profile. That's a Cat 4 right there. And it's going to take a little while before that wind goes away. All right, so it's going to cause damage all throughout Louisiana. And being on the right-hand side of the storm is going to be a mess for Louisiana. They're already saying that New Orleans, I think this whole area is going to have to be evacuated. Everybody has to get out of there, because it will be destroyed with a storm like this. It will be. If we look at the wave height, you can see the wave. I mean, it's white. I mean, that's like 20 foot. It's going to be complete inundation. Complete inundation for that area. All right, so that's kind of the idea of what we're looking at here on the GFS. Now, if I go to the NAM model, let's go to the NAM 12. This is the NAM 12 now, all right? And you can see just the same. NAM 12 takes a little further west, sparing New Orleans. Taking a little further west, New Orleans would still get impacted, but not as hard, and takes it a little far left. But we saw the NAM. We see how well the GFS has been handling storms lately. So that's why I'm thinking this track into New Orleans is probably going to be the most likely track. But this is the NAM, and similar ideas with the wind and everything. Incredible wind field with this thing. It's going to be an intense storm when this thing makes landfall. And let me go back to, in fact, let me just go back to the GFS, because I really like using the GFS right now, given its track record, because I want to show you the amount of rainfall, because not only you're going to have a storm surge, but you're going to have a tremendous amount of rainfall from this. And I'm talking about possibly a foot of rain or more in the greater New Orleans area. And look at that. You can actually see the rain. If we pull this out, we can see the rain arc through, and the remnants will track all through the whole country, and maybe even some heavy rain in our area too from it as well. And this would fall probably after the month of August is over. So, but I still think Central Park is a shot at breaking the record for August at this point. How much rain Central Park has had, but they might have already set a record, or they're going to set one. We'll see at the end of the month. But that is quite a bit of rain. So we pull this out, and we're going to go to another model. We're going to go to the Ventu Sky. Actually, no, we're going to go to the windy.com model. We can look at the windy.com model and take a look at IDA on this as well. All right, this is the GFS. Actually, this is the European. It starts let's go to the GFS. So this is the GFS. And you get a chance of seeing how strong this thing is. And again, the model's underestimating this. I think it's going to already be stronger than that. All right. Saturday, you can continue to strengthen, and look at that. It's going to actually landfall while it's strengthening, and this is what makes it, whoa. What just happened here? It's going to actually landfall while it's strengthening. So look at New Orleans, and they're going to be in that northeast side there. Winds over, it's going to be stronger than that, trust me. We are at wind gusts, aren't we? We are. I don't think I guess it does differentiate. Here's wind and wind gusts. I like using the wind gusts because I think it's a little more accurate. Now, if we look at the European a lot more intense. The European actually is even more intense with this thing. And I mean, this is going to be a Category 4 or Category 5 when this one makes a landfall on New Orleans. And look at that. It's going to take very similar track to Katrina. Very similar. This is going to wipe a lot of these towns off the map. A storm like this. So we are, of course, going to be following this. And if we look at the waves, look at these kind of waves that you're going to be dealing with here. 32 foot. New Orleans is done for. Between the ocean and the rain that's going to fall, New Orleans is going to be done. It's going to be gone. We won't. New Orleans. This is actually worse than Katrina. All right, the way it's looking right now. All right. It just. I know a lot of people like New Orleans, and there's a lot of nostalgia about the place, but it's a sinking city that we just can't pour money into anymore. It's going to be gone. It's going to be reclaimed by nature with the storm like this. Incredible. So let's get back to the weather. I'll get back to our general weather patterns now, and we'll talk a little more about our weather. So we have this backdoor front that's supposedly moving through. You can see that a high building in, starting to bring more comfortable weather hopefully tomorrow and for Sunday. And then the high moves offshore. And then we have this cold front that's trying to make it through, but this front keeps getting weaker and weaker and weaker. And you can see the remnants of Ida possibly going over our area in the middle of the week. And then maybe behind those remnants for Thursday and Friday, we can get some nice weather, perhaps. And then we can start seeing some highs build down. And that's because we're starting to see the jet stream again show up. So here you'll see, starting to see the jet stream show up here. Here's some troughs, and that's a good sign. That's a good sign that we're finally trying to move the atmosphere along a little bit now. All right, it's very important that we are. So let's take a closer look at our area here, and let's take a look at our temperatures as we head into tomorrow. So this is the GFS. We'll start off with that, and you'll see tomorrow. Highs much cooler, mid-70s, much cooler, and same thing for Sunday, mid-70s. And Monday we start to heat things up a little bit again. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday we'll be dealing with the remnants, and then that front behind it comes through, and then we'll have 70s and really nice weather for the end of next week to the Labor Day weekend. So looks like some nice weather for the Labor Day weekend. Dew points, of course, that's what's making it feel so unbelievably brutal out. So, unfortunately, we're not really going to get too much. We're going to see relief, but not a kind of relief like they're getting. I mean, if you were in Maine, you'd have dew points in the 40s. We're not going to get into that. But we will see dew points drop, I think, into the 60s tomorrow. And maybe 50s in Connecticut, maybe. All right, this front is still a ways off. All right. Eventually, it's supposed to come through. Wind shift to the east. Gets more comfortable. Sunday, we already start seeing those dew points start rising mid to upper 60s to around 70. And then, boom, we're back into the humidity for Monday. Again, southwest winds. And here comes this front that's going to stall out. The remnants of Ida right along it. Tropical rains for Wednesday. And then that moves out. And then we see improving weather for Thursday and Friday with the dew points. Let me go look at the sky conditions next, because I think we're in plenty of clouds around this weekend. You can see it's got some clouds around. Sunday, we got some clouds as well. Move. Sunday there, and then Monday, some clouds, but not, it won't be overcast. But let me go look at the NAM here. And you'll see, again, this is the NAM 18Z, and you can see some pretty thick clouds over us. And we'll look at the precipitation, too. So plenty of clouds around for tomorrow. Sunday, maybe a little less in the way of clouds, maybe, for Sunday. But I think tomorrow is going to be a mostly cloudy day. Our gym, similar deal. Mostly cloudy for most of the day. You're pretty much stuck in the clouds. Sunday, we try to get out of those clouds. We try to get out of them. All right. But again, we got the stall frontal boundary over us, so it's not really conducive to lots of sunshine. Although it will be more comfortable. So let me go to the HRRR model. We don't have the 0Z HRRR. I only have the 23Z to work with. All right. You can see some showers. There's still a chance of showers and thunderstorms over our area through tomorrow morning, and then by the afternoon, I think we start to see a reduction in that. That's as far as the HRRR is going to go, because I'd have to go back to the 18Z run if I want to go a little further along here. But you can see it tends to dry out by afternoon. Tends to. And then drier for Sunday. We can look at the NAM 3 as well with the rain, and you can see that chance of showers tomorrow. And you can sort of see the front show up kind of nicely over there, and you kind of see where it's stuck right over Jersey. But for tomorrow, it seems like we're avoiding most of the showers, widely scattered. And Sunday will be the better day of the 2 days. But by no means a really great weekend. Originally this backdoor front was going to come through and really bring us some nice weather. But if you really want nice weather from this backdoor front, you'd have to be in Maine, where again you would have some sunshine there. If you were in Maine, you'd have mostly clear skies tomorrow. I mean, maybe a few cirrus clouds, maybe, but I mean, it would definitely feel much better. But of course, the other factor is the smoke that we'd have to look at that too. So let me go to the HRRR smoke graphics for that. And that's all we have to work with right now on this particular run. It looks like most of the smoke's staying to the north, so well, Maine might get away from not having the smoke, but we'll have to see. It's hard to see the smoke when there's so many clouds around, but and of course you still have the fires going on out west. That's still going on. If we look at the out west, we still have that going on as well. Pacific North. Let me go to the Pacific Northwest. Yep, still going. Look at all that smoke. There you go. Tons of smoke. Smoke all over the place out west. Not a surprise there. So we will see more comfortable weather for tomorrow, but again, we'll have to watch for that chance of showers and thunderstorms tomorrow. As we await this backdoor front, we'll see how far west it makes it. You know, we can visualize some of this on the Ventu Sky site as well, and show you again. We go to tomorrow. So you can definitely see the winds going more easterly tomorrow. So once the winds go east, it has east winds at 11. And they're going to be, looks like they're moving it along at a pretty good clip. It will be more comfortable out. Again, temperature's only around 70. So we'll be comfortable, but and the dew points should be lower as well. Yeah, we'll see those dew points dropping into the 60s. So this is the HRRR for tomorrow on this, but we'll still have that chance of precipitation. You can see chance of showers and thunderstorms again over our area with this damn stall front in the vicinity. So it's going to keep some clouds around, unfortunately. If we go look at the clouds, you can see pretty much mostly cloudy for tomorrow. So expect that. But hey, you know, at least it's going to be a lot more comfortable and a lot better. But we'll move this over and we're going to look at Ida now and show you what this has again with Ida. Now we're going to look at some other models here. All right, so this is going to go to HRRR model here, and you can see Ida for tomorrow here. This is way weaker than it's supposed to be. So I don't know what model is it using. The HRRR plus Icon. All right, let's shift this to the GFS. It's a little more. So you can see this is a little more what we're going to be dealing with tomorrow here in the Gulf. Ida taking aim at New Orleans again, and this is the big weather story here that we have. So tomorrow night, it's going to be offshore of New Orleans, and you can see it getting closer and closer. And you can see that this is a category, at least a category 3 or category 4, continuing to strengthen over the Gulf. Those waters are plenty warm enough. And then as we go into Sunday and look at landfall on here, this is 2 a.m. Sunday, 5 a.m., 8 a.m. So it's going to start making a landfall Sunday morning, according to the GFS. And 8 a.m., 11 a.m. is New Orleans right there. Here's 2 p.m. So 2 p.m. This is what's going to really cause that water to go into New Orleans. This is a bad setup for New Orleans. This is going, like I said, this is going to destroy New Orleans. 5 p.m. And of course the entire power grid will go down. You know, there's no power grid that's going to be able to withstand these kind of winds. That is one hell of a storm right there. This would be a major, major disaster for New Orleans. So we have to pray for New Orleans right now, and you know, anyone in this area, you've got to evacuate. This is not the kind of storm you want to, you know, try to stick around for. This is going to destroy the city. It's going to flood the city. It's going to knock out the power. And it's going to destroy buildings and structures. So there's not going to be a place for any people to be. You have to get out of there. You have to evacuate. New Orleans, this whole area has to be evacuated. This whole area here. Because where this thing makes landfall, it's going to be a complete It's going to be like a nuclear bomb went off with a storm like this. So that's going to wrap up this weather update. As we continue, we'll be tracking Ida. So this is going to be another major natural disaster. So many, too many to count. And this is all part of what we're going to deal with here as we deal with this world of climate change. Warmer oceans means stronger and more frequent tropical storms. And this is just part of the real new normal that we have to be scared about. Thanks for watching, and have a good night.